Hi, my lovely ladies. Today we are going to do a very, very exciting look. This one, it's a mixture between a fancy flower ornament, or two in my case, and a crisscross turban wrap. So if you're up for this, then just keep on watching. Hi friends! So before we start, I quickly have to say something, and that is because of my code for Rapunzel. I have been contacted by Andrea from Wrapunzel and also by several of you who told me that the code isn't working. So we figured out what it is. I always told you that my code is Queen Leorah in 2 words, but it's not. It's Queen Leorah in 1 word. So just type it in like this if you want to use that code, and then you should be successful. If you want to use that code, you will get 5% off your purchase, and I will also get a small percentage of that. So everybody wins. Anyway, let's go into the tutorial. What I want to do today is a mixture between a fancy flower ornament and a crisscross turban wrap. So let's see how we can make this work. First of all, I want to take my shaper a little bit up, and I know I'm basically bursting out of the video here, but I want to wear it a little bit higher up and not so far down in the back. So that's what I do. I always flip up that velvet band. And there we go. Then, before I start with all the other explanations, I want to put on the extra long favorite t-shirt jersey scarf from Rapunzel in my absolute favorite color. Just so I don't have to sit here with something that light on my head, because it just doesn't look good on camera. So, and I'm just going to put it on with both ends equally hanging down and just tying a knot in the back. That already looks so much better. Okay, good. Just tied a knot, nothing special there. Okay, so now we have to do some preparations. As you know, Rapunzel and we just entered into this collaboration a short while ago, so I don't have so many scarves from Rapunzel yet, so I have to supplement a tiny little bit from my own scarf collection, and that would be this one, for example, and it is actually a version of the Israeli tichel that you can find on the Rapunzel website too, just that it has a few flowers printed on, but the style and the how it's made is totally the same. And then I have another square scarf, just very shiny and orange. So what I want to do is, with these 2 scarves, I want to wrap them into flowers, into flower ornaments. And then with this one, and this is the shimmery from Rapunzel, I want to create a crisscross and work those 2 flowers into that. So let's see what we can do. For the flower ornament, you basically take your square scarf, fold it in a triangle, and then fold it again. So it's basically a double triangle. And then you tie a knot. There is, by the way, a video by Andrea. I will link it in the description box, where she explains exactly how to do this. She is there using a silk scarf or a satin scarf, which works much, much better. I just don't have something like that. So if you have a slippery scarf, that would work much, much better. Okay, now that you tied a knot, you take the other end that is still left from the triangle. You separate the 2 ends. You flip them once and one more time. Then you take this part that you've tied the knot on, put it here in the middle of those 2 ends, and then let it fall. So if you have a slippery scarf, this will just drop down and will turn into a flowery ornament, which is really beautiful. And this is how it looks, something like that. Okay, if you have a slippery scarf, as I said, it's very easy to do that. But with other scarves, you might have to work a little bit and, you know, shape it a little bit. But this is basically the idea. And I will do the same thing with this one, and I'll be right back. So here we are. I have my 2 flower ornaments, and this will be the decoration. And I want to basically work that into the crisscross. So let's put on our crisscross. So of course you could now take this one and put it all the way, wrap it all over. You can do that, or you can just take a section and feature this color on the back. So whatever you want to do. I think I want to feature this color and take this just as a highlight. So I'm folding it and putting it on an angle. Let me think, this way. And tying a knot in the back. Now I'm taking my first ornament. Oh, this is gonna be huge. Okay, don't worry if the flower is very big. If you don't like that, you can always take like pins and like pin it down a little bit, okay? So don't worry about it. So I'm taking that on an angle and tying a knot in the back. Okay, now I want to take my second ornament and put that on as well. Crazy. Okay, so now I'm picking up, where is it? The shimmery, one side of the shimmery. I just have to find it because I have a lot of stuff hanging down here. There it is. Picking that up and laying it down here in front and tucking it in here. Now I'm taking the jersey scarf, folding it a little bit so it looks nice, and bringing it up on an angle behind the flowers and tucking it in the back. I'll turn around. So as you can see, there's a lot going on there. Now to balance out that burst of color that I have here, I will pull up those two on this side. And tuck them in up on the top. And this one as well. The second side of the jersey scarf, I'm pulling up behind the flowers. And this is really, really long, so I actually can like make a whole loop around my head and put that in right here. Okay, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. You have to trust the process. And those two that are still left, that really belong on this side, we don't need them here because we have all of this here. So because I tied a knot, I can also just use them here. So I'm just going to add a little bit more variety on this side. Huh? Before we clean up those flower arrangements here, I just want to turn around and show you what we did. Okay, and now basically either you take pins and pin those flowers down closer to your head, or if you started the whole thing with a more silky scarf, then you might not have that problem at all that they're sticking out like this. So I'm just going to tuck them in slightly, the ends, and laying them down closer to my head. So all I did was just pushing the ends here a little bit under the scarves that are here, so they sit a little bit nicer on my head, and that's it. So what are we feeling? I think I am like a tribal queen or something. I think it's really, really pretty. I love it. So what do you think? Let me know. Yeah, so you can play with that as much as you want, basically, and change the flowers and the intensity. And of course, you can also just use one flower. You know, that's of course an option, but I wanted to give myself a little bit more boost. If you want to try this look, please take a picture and let me know, because I want to really know where you're taking this look and what colors you're using, what combinations you're using. I would be really, really excited to see your versions of this. Of course, I will link all the tichels from Rapunzel and the Uberproof that I used today in the description box. And you will find all the information about the Goldberg, Greenberg, Rapunzel collaboration in the description box as well. And other than that, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please follow me on my other social media, which you will find in the description box. And I hope that you liked the tutorial. I really had fun, and come back next time. And up until then, hugs and kisses.